Well, first of all, it's not only Chinese commerce per se, it's the whole route is China's economy is, to a large extent, highly dependent on that sea route for various reasons. Not only the direct commerce between China and the Middle East and Europe, if you wish. It's not only about the energy coming from the Middle East to China. It's far more than that, because if the prices of exports and imports, if there's a global recession, everything is tied into this, including the price of oil and gas. So in that respect, China does not want to see a conflagration in the Red Sea. It is not in its interest, especially not at a time when its economy is already suffering quite a bit.
Right. And also, we've seen COSCO, the world's fourth largest shipping company, the Chinese company, has suspended shipping to Israel as well. How long can China afford losing money like this?
Well, first of all, I don't think that shipping to Israel is a major concern for the Chinese economy. It's notable that it is only two container companies have announced suspension of services to Israel, and the two are Chinese. COSCO is the largest. It has something like 12% of global container shipping, and the other one is smaller, Evergreen, but the two only ones are indeed Chinese. And that's reason for concern. How long can China put up with this? Well, I think that they have considerable wherewithal in that respect. It's not the first time that they are suffering because of Iranian Houthis attacks, not only on the Red Sea. If you go back to 2019, if I'm not mistaken, when the Iranians and the Houthis attacked the Saudi Aramco facility, it cost China something like $100 million a day for extra payments in oil prices for a period of 3 to 4 weeks. So this is not the first time they're suffering, and probably the reason for their suspension of services is to try and appease the Houthis and the Iranians and simply allow them to continue using the Red Sea as a routing lane.
Yeah, well, definitely not joining any Western country in policing the waters or something like that.
Not at all. By the way, the Chinese do have a vessel that operates in the Red Sea. They have a naval facility in Djibouti. That's the only foreign base outside of China is in Djibouti, and they have a naval operation in the Red Sea. But as far as one knows, it only escorts Chinese ships. They do not get involved directly with any other operation that is undergoing in the Red Sea.
Between you and me, having the relationships between China and Iran, one phone call could make the whole thing change, right?
Well, let's put it this way. I'm not sure that the Chinese really want to put that to a test, and that's one of the reasons probably that they are not doing it. There is one call, but for some unknown reason, they're not putting that call. And I'm not sure it's because it's not in their interest to put the call. It's one way to make sure that you don't get, turns out that you really don't have any real influence. Because at the end of the day, the relationship is not that Iran is totally dependent on China. China also has an interest in its relations with Iran in terms of oil and other regional interests in Afghanistan and beyond. It's a bit more complicated than that. So, yes, can they exert pressure? By all means. Is it as simple as some people here in Israel would think it is? No, it isn't.